Good afternoon, everyone. I am Anvi. Welcome you all to the technical seminar on disease classification based on synthesis of multiple long short-term memory classifiers corresponding to eye movement features under the guidance of Professor Shruti and Department of CFE. The contents covered are introduction, literature survey, methodology, case study, advantages, result analysis, conclusion, and references. Coming to the introduction, human eyes are the extension of brain and eye movements are dominant by abundant nerves. The measurement and analysis of various parameters of eye movements can be an effective method for the diagnosis of various psychological activities, mental disorders, and physical disorders. Eye movements depicts are the biomarker across brain injuries, Alzheimer's disease, schizophrenia, and autism diseases. With the help of deep learning method, more medical information can be found from the eye movement to improve the disease diagnosis. Next, coming to the literature survey. The first is the eye tracking as a biomarker treatment for the young children with autism. In this paper, young children with autism spectrum disorder are diagnosed through the eye tracking and behavior assessment in a two particular slabs. In eye tracking, different patterns were used to measure the social attention for the social preference and face scanning for the development of the young children with autism. As a result, from eye tracking, the social preference for the pattern makes a very different between our children with autism and when compared with the normal developing children. The next paper is predicting Alzheimer's disease using LSTM. In this paper, it explains about classifying the states of diseases in the current stage instead of predicting the possible development of the diseases. Using the long short-term memory activation layer is built to encode the temporal relation between features and next stages of the Alzheimer's diseases. The third paper is about detecting mental fatigue from eye tracking data gathered by watching the video. In this paper, mental fatigue is explained by the eye tracking data in natural being situations when an individual is not performing the cognitive tasks. The eye tracking were done by watching the video clips before and after performing the cognitive tasks. As a result, fatigue detection model could determine the person's fatigue with the highest accuracy during the eye movements. The fourth paper is about the cascaded LSTM recurrent neural network for automated deep stage classification using single E using single channel EEG signals. In this paper, RNN architecture based on long short-term memory blocks is proposed for the automated scoring of sleep stages. Here, LSTM are used to predict the feature reduction by classification. This paper tells about how to improve the classification performance can be done using the long short-term memory. Coming to the methodology, the first step is eye tracking. The persons are required to sit in front of the screen wearing the eye tracker. Eye tracker is a four-component device which includes the CMOS cameras with infrared LED lightings, wireless video transmission module based on Wi-Fi devices. Once the person sits in front of the screen, infrared camera records the eye movement videos. The eye movements images are concurrently transmitted to the host computer via Wi-Fi module of the eye tracker. After recording the number of frames, the video recording will stop and this recorded video is sent to the feature extraction. In feature extraction, the pixels corresponds to the pupil area in each video frame can be done by convolution image analysis method. Here, the information gathered from the pupil includes the parameters such as the pupil's position, range, size, shape, angle of symmetry, etc. After processing all the feature parameters, the parameters will be in the range of 0 to 1 and forms a feature vector for the classification. Then these feature vectors are moved to the LSTM for the classification. LSTM network is well suited for learning from experience to classify, process, and predict the time series when very long time lags in the events. Long short-term memory is a special deep learning neural network, a recurrent neural network. It has a blocks contains 4 gates which are used to control the flow of information into or out of the memory. These gates are implemented using logistic function to compute the value between 0 and 1. In this particular paper, the LSTM network is used to classify the eye moment features. The time series of the feature vectors obtained from the eye video are divided into equal length of time slices. These slices are given as an input to the each cell of the LSTM. After the input is completed, the output information that is obtained from the each cell will be given as an input for the fully connected layer. The fully connected layer, which compiles the data extracted from the previous layer to form the final output of the disease classifications. Next, coming to the case study, eye movement feature can be able to assist for the paralyzed patients. In paralysis, ability to control muscles and movements is limited. The patients can only communicate through the eye muscles or the eye blinks. Yeah, in such type of communications, eye movement sensor, which can be used to detect the eye blinks and pupil motions as a control commands to detect what the paralyzed patients needed. And in the second case study, human fatigue detection at traffic control centers. In this case study, traffic control centers, human fatigue are detected by the problems of low quality eye tracking data caused by the noise and missing gaze points at traffic controls. From the effectiveness of the eye tracking, we can able to handle the traffic controls centers with the eye movements. Next, coming to the advantages. Eye movements has a efficiency because it is used for resourcing and computing. It provides a high level of detail. Depending on the device and software, the result can vary very high level of granularity for deep analysis. And it also reveals the subconscious behavior. Through the eye movements, we can study about the subconscious behavior of humans and their mental conditions. Coming to the result analysis, medical diagnosis research usually focuses on single disease because the distinguishing among multiple diseases is very difficult. By applying deep neural network of LSTM, we can classify the multiple diseases according to the eye movements information with the highest accuracy and can be more practical than diagnosis method for the single diseases. Then coming to conclusion, by the application of advanced AI technology can be effectively used for the analysis of eye movements. AI technology can be used to design and extract multiple features of the eyes and can able to learn about the classification, self-learning, and diagnosis. These are the reference papers which I report for this paper. Thank you.
Okay, Anu, can you please go to the references?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, these are the 4 papers you have referred or the base paper has referred?
I have referred for the literature surveys and base paper, sir.
Okay, these are the references from the base paper and you also referred the same.
No, sir. 1 or 2 are from base papers, and other 2 are I have referred.
Okay, which are the other 2 papers you have visited?
So, children eye tracking biomarker for the disease classification of young children with autism and cascaded LSTM recurrent neural network for the automated sleep stage of classification using single agent signals. And
okay, how are these 2 papers differing? In what way they are differing from each other?
Sir, in autism is a disease which was caused by the brain. In this paper, we can study about how eye tracking are done for the children to diagnose the disorders, sir. And when in LSTM, how the classification are done by using the LSTM, we can refer by this two papers.
Okay. So you have selected one base paper, and this is one reference paper, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How is your base paper having a upper hand compared to that of the reference which you have done here? On which algorithm, or on what basis you are able to tell that your base paper is better than the referred paper?
In main paper, we can classify multiple diseases in only a single eye movement. We can classify different diseases, but whereas in other reference papers, they can only predict the single disease at one time. In base paper, we can detect multiple diseases from eye movements, sir.
Okay. And what made you to select this paper? What was the motivation for you to select this paper? What made you to select this?
So nowadays, brain related diseases are more, and we have to go from the normal flow like MRI scanning and other scannings, which can takes long process to predict the diseases. Whereas in this paper, we can predict the multiple diseases in case we have multiple diseases.
No. Try to understand my question. My question is, what motivation was for you to select this area or this topic? Because whether this is being used by you in somewhere in your projects or in your day-to-day activities or any algorithm, what made you to get attracted to this topic?
This topic because brain related cases were done or happened in my family, sir. So I was
Okay.
thinking about to classify the diseases based on the artificial technologies. So regarding
Okay, fine.
brain, so I
Got it. Someone was affected in your family, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think so. From now onwards, HOD can take over the questions. Sir, I think so. This is the best for you.
Yeah, see, what is your output? What is the result? What is the outcome of your seminar?
So through the eye movements, we can able to predict multiple diseases, sir.
That's what type. You just tell me any of the diseases.
So like autism, Alzheimer, and Parkinson's, schizophrenia, like the such type of mental disorders, diseases we can classify through eye movements, which are
You give me
connected to
one
the
example.
brains.
Any one of the diseases. Take the moment of the eye and you just tell me any one of the diseases. How do you identify or
So
diagnose?
in Alzheimer's, eye
You just
movements.
take the Parkinson's. You tell me how do you set are any of this?
Also in Parkinson's, some mental disorders, they cannot be in a normal way as normal people. Eye movements, and they have symptoms like shaking hands, panic, depression, like that. So through the eye movements, we can detect how we can detect the Parkinson's diseases in this paper.
That is what I'm asking. How do you identify? Well, see, eye movement, what type of the eye movement? Left, right, up, down, that's all.
So pupil, like from the pupil, we can detect multiple parameters
Then,
like
but you tell me
how
what you are going to extract from that, extract from the eye movement. What the moment is there, the what exactly you are collecting
in this paper.
from there.
So focusing only on the pupil, how pupils are moved left, right, and a size shape of the pupils. From this pupils, we are going to define using. We are going to classify using LSTM algorithms.
I think it is not sufficient to identify the Parkinson's, because that is actually there is one seminar yesterday. One guy has given how he is going to identify, because he is using some sensors, gyroscopes, and accelerometers to identify the movement, gain movement. So that movement easily it can identify. But normal human beings movement and Parkinson's disease movement is also totally different. So based on that, you can identify. But those patients are suffering from Parkinson's. That there will not be any shaking in the movement. Just they can put pupils can be left, right, or up, down.
Sir, but
But
their movements of eyes are different when compared.
yeah, how do you capture the moment? Where do you capture? Where do you keep this moment, sir?
So we are captured by the eye tracking using eye tracking device. We will record the movements of the eye. We will record the movements of the eyes, how they are how they are moved, and after that the video are sent for the future extraction. Here how the inner depth of the pupil varies from normal to disease, the person with suffering from diseases.
Based on that images, you will identify. Yeah.
Yes, sir, based on shapes, and shapes, size, we can and how the pupils are moved with the angles. By that we can classify using ASTM. Sir.
Mhm. But you need to collect more information about your input. Because you just you cannot say all the diseases can be identified by using the movement of the eye. You take any one or two example of the disease, and you can explain your input about your input and how you are applying your algorithm for input and what will be the result. That has to be very clear in your slides, you know. Alva.
Yes, sir.
It's very difficult to identify just only the collecting the moment. That too, you are taking a video. So video streams will be converted as images. From there, you will be extracting features. From the future, that the future extraction will be compared with some other images which you are already placed in the database.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So, that you need to explain. See, you need, instead of going for other explanation, the technical part, input, output, and in between the technical part has to be clear. Alva. See, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು next ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು you take one or two diseases. Based on that, you study about those diseases, how it is going to affect, and the images, how it is related, and the normal image, health images also you have to collect from there, and the difference between that, how do you identify those things has to be there.
Yes.
Then it will be clear. Any normal person, non-technical guy can also understand what exactly the seminar. Seminar is a topic you will be explaining, and you will be introducing any one of the technology which is using. So that you must be clear with the input, output, and your technology. That is.
Yes.
ಯಾವ್ದಾರ ಎರಡು ಡಿಸೀಸಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ.
Okay, sir.
ಅವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ತರ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಪಾರ್ಕಿನ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಇದ್ದತಕ್ಕಂತ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ಐ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಇಂದ ಇಮೇಜಸ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಗೇನ್ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ಇಮೇಜಸ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ನಿಯರ್ ಟು ದಿ ಈ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ವಿಲ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ನ.
Yes, sir.
ಹಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ,
Okay.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Next link will be shared in chat box.
ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿ ಲಿಂಕ್. ಶಂಕರ್, ಓಕೆಪ್ಪ ಸರ್, ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆನ್ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್.